So here's why you really need to be vulnerable. Why you need to be vulnerable. And I know it's uncomfortable. It is for all of us, but that's kind of the whole point. If you want to achieve something great in your life, you have to get uncomfortable. And get out there, get out of your comfort zone. That's the whole point. Out of your comfort zone into the uncomfortable. So here's 5 reasons why you should be vulnerable and be open. Number 5. You need to be vulnerable to achieve great things. If you want to achieve anything in life, you have to get out there. You can't get anything or grow or be better or achieve greatness if you're just sitting in your home scared. And yeah, it can be scary. And and there's a reason you're scared. It's not for nothing. It can be uncomfortable and people can judge you. But if you want to achieve anything in life, you have to open up and just embrace it and be uncomfortable and be vulnerable. Be vulnerable and open up. Number 4, connecting with other people. If you truly want deep connections in your life, you have to be vulnerable. And again, yeah, it's scary. And yeah, when you try to open up to other people, some might hurt you. And that's a fact of life. But that doesn't mean you have to, go around in this big bulky armor and stuff and hide away. Honestly, you're gonna have to risk getting hurt by people or getting judged if you want those deep relationships where you really can connect with other people. And it's totally worth the risk. Okay, number 3, being open about your feelings. So yeah, I suppose this one is kind of obvious and, connecting to number 4, but still a valid and important point. If you want to do anything in life, you have to be open about your feelings, really. Like, if you just go your whole life, and also, by the way, this also includes you guys. Not only women have to talk about your feelings, everyone has to. You can't just go ahead and hide your feelings and shame for the rest of your life. If you think about it, does that really sound healthy to you? But because it sure does not sound healthy to me. Just pointing it out there. So you have to be open. Talk about what scares you. If you've had a really bad day and your life sucks right now, go ahead and talk to a friend. It helps a lot. And it feels really nice to get everything out, being an open book instead of totally closed off. And hey, you might never know. You might inspire other people who are struggling with a lot of stuff to open up, to get help, and just to be open and not be struggling alone. Number 2, being authentic and being yourself. You need to be vulnerable if you want to be authentic and be yourself. And this is just a guess here, but as I see it, you can be truly happy in life if you're not yourself and you're not authentic. And if you want to be truly happy and authentic and have a lot of creativity, you need to be authentic. And the only way to do that is be yourself. And don't care if people judge you. And again, yeah, people will judge you. But a lot of people will also love you for who you are. So yeah, be open, be vulnerable. And being vulnerable doesn't mean you're weak. It just means you are open to, attacks and judgments. And that's okay, because only strong people are that. Only strong people can actually take those hits. So being vulnerable is the first step to being awesome and being strong and achieve greatness. And lastly, why vulnerability rules. Vulnerability shows how strong you are. All these other points I've talked about, they all refer back to this. You are a freaking champ if you can be vulnerable. Because you may even be scared, and that's totally okay. But you're willing to be vulnerable anyway, and take the risk. And risk being judged or people making fun of you. And only strong people and people who really are confident in their abilities can do that. So if you don't feel strong right now or feel scared, it's alright. Just open up and be vulnerable and the strength will come. You will show yourself, hey, I don't even care that much. Hey, I'm pretty awesome actually for opening up and not letting other people's opinions stop me. So yeah, vulnerability is awesome because it shows how strong you are. So please, and you can even baby step it. You don't have to fully up right now, but just start to open a little bit more up. Don't care about how people will judge you. Start speaking your mind. Start talking to people more. Start saying what you want to say and not how to please people. And be open. Be ready to maybe be judged and just take it and be okay with it. Because you're going to realize that it's not so scary when you first get started. So yeah, I hope these tips and this advice helps. So go out there and be strong and be awesome.